What is up, YouTube? The Coin Bandit YouTube channel here again. I have 8 boxes of dimes. These are the 2s that had enders on the top side. This one I looked at the bottom side too. And here's the silver enders that we got. We got 1 Mercury. I think that one's the reverse of a silver Roosevelt. I think that one's a silver Roosevelt and that one. So we have at least 3, so I can see the dates on them. I think that one doesn't have a mint mark, so I can't really tell if it's silver or not. So we're going to be doing this box second. I'm going to do the one with the 1 ender first, which is right here. And I have not checked the other side for enders, so I'm going to get started on this one. Then we'll do this one here, and then we'll do the other 6 boxes just like normal. So I'm excited to see how much silver we get out of this one. Right here, you can't see my hand. But I want to see how much we get, how many silver dimes we get out of here. I'll show you the silver dime ender before, still not in frame. I'll show you the silver dime ender when I get to it. So I'm going to go and go through these 9 rolls, find some silver, I'll bring you in. And if I don't, then I'll bring you in on roll 10. Alright. Oh, I looked at the other tops of the other boxes and they had no silver enders, but I've not looked at the other side. I'll pick them up and flip them around and look for a silver ender. I've not done it on this box either. Alright, well, I'll bring you in a second. Roll number 4, and we have our first white silver edge. So I'm excited to see how much we get in silver. It's going to be a Roosevelt. And 1964, Denver. And I did find a nicely toned 1976 Denver. There's some nice rainbow toting. I'll be keeping that. And I am briefly looking for the 1970 and 70 Denver proof style reverse. Alright, I'm going to get back to it. Alright, hopefully I'll bring you in a second. Roll number 7 and silver number 2. You can see the white line there. I know the 1 second from the end looks silvery, but that has a clad edge. Let's see. It's a Rosie. Another 1964. Denver as well. I'll take it. It's still silver. I think they're over $4 a piece now at the silver prices. Little Christmas silver. Alright, I'll bring you in with our next find or on roll number 10. Roll number 8, and we did have a silver ender on roll number 8. I went ahead and tore that side, and then I went to tore this side, and I saw it. So I'm going to unroll this, and I'll bring you back in a second. Roll 8. This one also has a second one about right there. It could be a Mercury by the rim. The camera's not focusing very well. Let's see. Well, there we are. We have one there, and then the one on the end. Too bad it has some rolling damage. It's a 63 Denver. No, this one's a Rosie as well. And it is a 1960 Denver as well. So that was 2 silver dimes in 1 roll. So that's exciting. I'm going to get back to it. And hopefully I bring you in shortly. Roll 10, I'm going to open up this silver dime ender. And I'll bring you in a second. So, just looking, looks like it's only going to be the one on the end. It's a 1964 Philly. I'll double check that. So, what silver are we at? That was number 5. Alright, I'll bring you in on our next find. Roll 11, we have another silver. This is like a silver dump. This one could be a Mercury. Yeah, it is going to be a Mercury. I don't see anything else. This is silver number 6. So did I dropped it. It has a mint mark. So it's an S. Let's see. Is that a 1942, I think. Let's scoop over here. Bring out the regular. Alright. Let me see, refocus. I think that's a 43. Yeah, that is a 43. So it's a 43S. I'll look up the mintage in a second. On the next clip, I'll show you the mintage. So I'll bring you in with our next find. Roll 12, and it looks like we have like 4 silvers. Let's see. One. Oh, it's almost a sandwich. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4. This looks like it could be. It is going to be a collection dump. I think it's all going to be rosies in this one. Yeah. Alright. So this one's a 64 Philly. 64 Philly, a 53 Denver, and 1948 Philly. Now I did look at that 1943S. It looks like there was like 60,400,000 made. Now we're saying at 10 silver dimes. Imagine we could get average 1 per roll. And I did find 1 proof style reverse, 1971 Denver. Alright, I'll bring you in with our next find, which should be the next roll. Roll number 18, so it kind of slowed down again. We only got 1. I think it'll be a rosy again, yeah. And it is a 1957 Denver, silver dime number 11. Alright, I'll bring you in with our next find. Roll 19, and we have another silver number 12. This could be another rosy. There's a Philly. It's a first year, 1946. That was silver number 12 for this box on roll 19. Alright, I'll bring you in with our next silver find. Roll number 23, and I got at least 1, 2, I think 2 silvers in here. Let's see, my camera will focus. It's a rosy. And that one is a rosy as well. That's 13 and 14 on the silver dimes. So 57 Philly and 54 Denver. At least we're getting some older ones now. I'd like to get a couple more rosies. A couple more rosies and maybe 1 or 2 more mercury dimes. Alright, I'll bring you in with our next silver find. Roll number 24, and we have 1 more silver. It's going to be another rosy, and it is a Denver. It's a 1953 Denver, so now we're at 15 silver dimes. That's crazy. Alright, I'll bring you in with our next find. Roll number 34 and silver number 16. Off the table. It is a rosy. And it is a last year 1964 Philly. Well, too bad to start to slow down, but we still have that box right there. So that's exciting. Alright, we'll bring you in with our next silver find. Roll number 38. We have silver number, what would that be, 17. Off the table. There's going to be a rosy. It's going to be a 1958 Denver. Too bad silver slowed down. Better than no silver. I'll bring you in with our next find. We'll roll number 39, and we have number 18, 19, and 20 silver dimes now. I think they're all going to be rosies. Alright, first one is... oh no. I dropped it. Let's see. This one's turned into a mess. I think I got all three. Get them off the table. Yeah, there's all three. So we have a Denver 1964 Denver, 1962 Denver, and another 1964 Denver as well. So now we're at 20 silver dimes. I'll bring you in with our next silver find. Roll 43, and we got two more silvers, I believe. One rosy, and another rosy. It is a 63 Denver, and the 1964 is a Denver. So that was 21 and 22 on the silver dimes. Bring you in with our next silver find. Roll number 44, and we got another two silvers. It's a rosy. This one's nice and white and pretty. And it's a rosy as well. So, and they're both 59s. 1959. That one's a Denver. That one's a Philly. So we got the P&D set. It was roll 44, and that was, now we're at 24 silver dimes. Really good. My average box has 2 to 6, so this is really good. I'll bring you in with our next silver find. For roll 45, and we have 3 silvers, I think. Let's see, there's the first one. Come on, my camera. There's the second one, so there's 2 right there, and then there's 1 here. This one's going to be a rosy. That one's going to be a rosy as well. It's going to be a Denver. Where'd that one go? Here it is. Let's take a look at what we got. 63, a 60, and a 64. The 64 is a Denver. The 1960 is a Denver, and the 63 is also a Denver. So now we're at, I think, 27 silver dimes. I'll bring you in with our next silver find. Roll number 46 and silver dime number 28. It's going to be a rosy. And it is a Philly. It is last year, 1964 Philly. That was silver number 28. Hopefully we can get a couple more silver dimes. See you in a second. Roll number, let's say 49 and silver dime number 29. I think there's only one in this roll. Hopefully we can get 30. I just lost 2 dimes off the table. 1959 again. That is a Denver. Hopefully we can get 30. You'll know in a second. Roll 50, and we did get our 30. I think it's just 1, so we got exactly 30 out of this box. It's going to be a rosy right there. So it is going to be a Denver. It's going to be a 1960 Denver. So I'm not going to go over all the dates of silvers that we found. I'm just going to put this box aside, write down what I found in this box, and we'll get started on the second box. Alright, before I get started, there's our 30 silver dimes. I wrote it down on our sheet here. Box 1 had 30 silvers. I'm hoping to get a couple more mercury dimes. I'm hoping to get 70 silver dimes out of here. So we have 100 total silver dimes. But we'll see. Alright, we're going to get started. And I'll show you the silver finds when we get them. Roll number 8. I think we're off to a slow start, but not anymore. We got 3 in one roll. I think we may have 1 mercury. We'll have to see. Rosy. It's kind of difficult doing this with my left hand. That's another rosy. Just lost them all. Alright. So it's all rosies, I think. So 1964 Philly, 1947 Philly, another 1964 Philly. So that's 1, 2, and 3 silver dimes for this box. I'll bring you in with our next find. Or finds. I'll bring you in with our next silver find. Roll number 12, and we got, it's weird, I've got 3 in one roll, now another 3 in this roll, but nothing in between. So, here's number 1, put it there. Okay. Kind of difficult. There's number 2. Got them all 3 out. Now we're sitting at 6. Focus, all right. 1961, a Denver. 63, Denver. 1958, a Denver. So all Denver. Now we have 6 silvers in box number 2. I'll bring you in with our next silver find. I'll roll 13. Not silver, but I did get a washer. This is like the perfect size for a dime. So that's no good, but I can go push it, put it in my washer drawer. So I'll bring you in with our next silver find, hopefully. Roll 14, we got 2 more silvers. So this is 7 and 8. This one's going to be a Rosie. This one looks wore down, but I think it's going to be a Rosie. It's going to be a first year for the Roosevelt dime, 1946. Philly, and this one is a Denver, a 1958 Denver. Now we're sitting at 8 silvers, which is still really good, and we still have 4 enders at least. Alright, I'll bring you in with our next find. Roll 16, and silver number 9. It's going to be another Rosie, 1964. D. Kind of a funny looking Denver mint mark, but it's still a silver. Alright, I'll bring you in with our next silver find. Roll 18 and silver number 20. Only 1 in this roll, I think. Maybe another Rosie. 64, I think that was a 64 Denver. That's it in this roll. Now we have 10 silver dimes. Alright, we still have 32 rolls left. Bring you in with our next find. Silver's 11 through 12 and 13, and we even have a sandwich right there. Be nice if there's like a plaid one in the middle. That would look like a sandwich maybe. There's 2, and then the third one's there. All Roosevelts again. See, a 1952 Denver, a Philly 1954 Philly, and a 1964 Philly. So now we're sitting at 13 silver dimes. I'll bring you in with our next silver find. Roll number 24 and silver number 14. 1963 Denver. Alright, bring you in with our next silver find. Roll 27, and I think I have 4 here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay. Let's see if it's easier just to do this. Yeah, I can see him easier. My camera will focus. Oh, we did get a Merc, alright. Mercury dime. So we'll have at least 2 in this box. So we have a 64 Philly, 64 Philly, 54 Philly, and a 1942 Philadelphia Mercury dimes. Now we're sitting at 18 silver dimes. We just went over halfway through the box. I'll bring you in with our next silver find. Amber 2 rolls away from the silver ender. Roll 28 and silver number 19. Alright. 1951 Philly. Alright, I'll bring you in with our next find. Roll number 29. We have 2 more silvers, I think. Yeah, probably. Yeah, 2 silvers. Alright. Both Rosies. A Philly. 64 Philly. And 2 1964 Phillies. Now we're sitting at 21 silver dimes. I'll bring you in. Well, no. I'm going to go and open up the silver ender. I'll bring you in once I get it open. Roll 30, and this was the one with the ender, and it is a 1950 Philly. Alright, so that's 22 silver dimes. I'll bring you in with our next silver. Roll number 32 and silver number 23. $19.52 Philly. Alright, bring you in with our next silver. Roll number 37. It was slow, and now I have 4 in 1 roll. So I don't know what's going on. It's hit or miss with the rolls. So what is that? Now I'm at 27. I'm just gonna throw it all down. Okay, and then one over there. Okay, there's 1, there's 2, there's 3. There's number 4. There's number 4. Alright. Got all 4. So we have a 63 Denver, a 1950 Denver, wish that was the nickel, another 1950 Philly, and 1964 Philly. 27 silver dimes. I'll bring you in with our next silver find. Roll number 38. Only 1 silver in this roll. Let's say there's going to be a Rosie. Has a Denver. This is silver dime number 28, I think. 1960 Denver. Bring you in with our next silver find. Roll number 41. I'm going to open up the Mercury Dime Ender. And I'll show you the roll in a second. Looks like it's just the Mercury Dime. This whole roll. Unfortunate that had to be an ender because it gets that big gold scratch all the way around it. So now we're at 29 silver dimes plus the 2 enders. It's 31 total. Alright, bring you in with our next silver find. Roll number 42, and we got 3 silvers, I think. This, if we do have 3, then we'll be at 30. So that one ain't silver. Here it is. We'll be at 32. So here's the next 2. Alright, we got a 1963 Philly, 1963 up here now. 1963 Philly, 1964 Philly. So now we're sitting at 32 silver dimes plus the 2 enders, so that's 35. Hopefully it heats up in the last, what is that, 7 rolls. Yeah, that is 8 rolls. Hopefully it picks up in the next 8 rolls. See you in a second. Roll number 45 and silver number 33. It's going to be a Rosie, 1963 Denver. That was silver number 33. I'll bring you in with... Actually, I'm going to go and open up the silver ender. I believe it's silver. Looks silvery. And I'll show you what we get in that roll. That was a silver ender in roll number 46. Okay. 1960 Philly. So we're at 34 silver dimes. I'm going to go through this roll. If I don't find any silver, I'll go ahead and open up the next silver ender and the last one. Alright, see you in a second. Roll number 48. This one had the ender, and there's 2 others. There's the ender, plus we got another Mercury Dime. Look, alright, let's see what the ender was. 52 Denver, 1962 Philly, and the Mercury Dime does not have a mint mark. It's another 1942 Philly. So we're sitting at 37. Yeah, 37 silver dimes. 2 rolls left. Hopefully we have a couple more silvers. Hopefully I see you in a second. Roll number 49, and we have another silver. So now we're at 38. So hopefully we... Oh, it's a Merc. It's a Merc. It's a Denver Minute Merc. It's a 1945 Denver. Alright, alright. I'm going to go through roll number 50. So what? We need one more... I think one more silver to get us to an even 40. Hopefully there's one more in here. If not, I'll bring you in with a box recap. We've finished box number 2 and we got 38 silver dimes, which is crazy. I think we got 3 or 4 mercury dimes. I'm going to go get 2 more boxes from the other side of the room. I do not have any enders on the top side, and we'll get started on those. So I'll show you that in a second. I have 2 more boxes of dimes. After these 2, we'll be halfway through. This is box 2 worth of silver, and this is box 1. I put them in nickel tubes because that's what I have. As far as I know, there are no more enders, but I've not checked the other side of this box or any of the boxes. So I'm hoping to get 1 or 2 out of this box. I think I'm going to be a little spoiled compared to those boxes. But it doesn't matter what's on the outside, it matters what's in the inside. Alright. I'll bring you in with our first silver, or no silver. Alright, hopefully I see you shortly. I have finished the 3rd box of dimes, and only thing I have to show for it is a proof reverse on the 1970 Philly. That's all I got for box 3, so it was a silver skunk. And I'm going to get started on box number 4. Hopefully we'll have some more silver in this box, but we'll just have to see. Alright. I'll bring you in with hopefully a silver find. I've finished box number 5. It had no silver, but it did have 1970 Denver. My camera will focus. Proof style reverse. So I think come out with box 5. And we're going to get started on box number 6. So unfortunately no silvers in that box. So I don't know if they were already searched and someone just re-crimped them. It did not look like that. It was a little too perfect. But I guess you never know. I'm going to go and get started on box number 6. Hopefully I'll bring you in with a silver find. See you in a second. Hopefully. Roll 48. And we have a silver dime, I believe. Just 1. It's been kind of slow. Looks really wore down. Yeah, it is a silver dime. You can see the Denver Mint mark right there. And this thing is worn down. 2nd year, 1947, Denver. Alright, that's good to get 1 silver dime. We got 1 1970 Denver proof style reverse. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this box. I'm going to get started on the next one. I'll just bring you in if I find a silver in the next box. Alright, hopefully I'll see you in a second. We have finished box number 7, and we got a 1970 Philly proof style reverse. No silver. This is box number 8, the last box of this hunt, and I'll bring you in if I have any silver, or I'll bring you in with an empty box. You'll know in a second. I have finished the box. Empty. So we did 8 boxes in this hunt. And it was way better than my last 2 bags of dimes. So box number 8 gave me 3 1970 Denver proof style reverse. So let's see. How many total silvers did we get? There's 3 here. That would be 71 total. 71 silver dimes total. So this is one of the best hunts I've ever done. I think I've got 55 out of box one time. This was back before I start filming my hunts. So overall, it was a really good hunt, and I'm going to try to get more dimes from these banks that I got these dimes from. I think it was 3 different banks I got these dime boxes from. This is only 2 silvers. There's number 3. Alright, thanks for watching, and if you hunt coins, happy hunting, and I'll see you in the next one.